Hello, Amelia here. So, what you are about to listen to is a recording between myself and my mentor, Merja Sumiloff, back in June of 2019. I believe it's the first week of June 2019. And in this call, you'll hear us starting to help me understand how do you actually start to trust, what that looks like, what's holding you back from doing that. And I asked really basic questions because I'm confused on as I start to lift the fog of some of the behavior that I've been doing, but I couldn't see. It's starting to help me understand that, see how I'm doing this, and then breaking things down to ground level essentially in this. So it's quite a vulnerable session, what you are going to listen to. And at the same time, we're sorting through some pain between my dad and I. The cool thing is that now we're in like the best place we've ever been. So as you heal, the relationships around you can get a lot better. So testament to that. And I hope you enjoy this.
So, where do you want to start?
Yeah. And I had some questions written down, but I realized I think the question that came out for me last night is, why doesn't money have a sense of belonging?
It does.
Why, I guess, okay.
It does. And sorry, it doesn't as itself, but it does as a point of reference to people, just like time has.
Okay.
So there's a meaning, and there's a so to speak time and a place for it. It does definitely have a purpose, and because it has a purpose, it has a sense of belonging. Depending on what sense of belonging we attach to it. Does that make sense?
Okay, so most people don't have this like comfort that I have with it, or most healthy people don't have this comfort I have with it.
Most people have some kind of an issue with money.
Okay.
So they use money as, so depending on what, so I'm not actually exactly sure what you're asking as in how to answer it. Most people have some kind of an unhealthy attachment to it, but most people don't have the kind of unhealthy attachment to it than you have.
Okay, that's what I'm going after.
Yes, that's what I thought. So so first of all, I want to be like super clear about this. There is nothing wrong with the kind of issue that you have. There is nothing wrong with treating money as a member of a family, or even as a trusted member of the family. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Because when I was reading through your notes, I got a sense that you're somehow judging it.
Yeah, I'm not even 100% sure because I feel so confused about it right now.
So what you're having is cognitive dissonance, and it's because there is a reality that is partly, you have a reality about this topic that is partly, it's predominantly challenged by, so you have a statement in your head about money, how it should be, and I'm telling you that it doesn't have to be that way, which resonates with you on some level, and there's a disconnect between the level that it resonates with you and the other part of you that thinks that it should be something else.
Yeah, that's what's going on, because I'm like, is this like actually happen? Like, is this real? Like, do I really have this? And then like I look at things like when I realize like I feel more comfortable with money than I like do with my family.
Yeah. And right now, and for some time from now, there is nothing wrong with that, and in fact that's a good thing. because the reason why that's a good thing is because you are really learning to connect. And the easiest way to connect is to go with the thing that you feel the safest around. And for you, that's money. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
In fact, I personally completely understand where you're at, you know, from in that relation to that. The embracing money as a member of family, literally adopt, make some kind of a ceremony that shows money that he or she is now important to you, truly.
What do you mean by important?
Money, I have a feeling that you're thinking that you shouldn't have a closer relationship with money than with people, and that you're judging yourself for it. Is that right?
Shouldn't have a closer relationship with money than people?
Yeah.
I shouldn't have a closer relationship with money.
Are you judging yourself for having a closer relationship with money than, for example, your father?
No. I don't feel like I am. Okay. I might be on some level I'm not seeing.
Okay. Do you feel like people in general, like for everyone, that people should be more important than money?
In general, people should, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a possibility that there's some judgment around this that doesn't allow you to embrace money wholly, fully.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. And I'm just telling you that this is like a transitionary phase where we actually do really embrace money in a more healthy way, as if it's a member of the family whom you can trust.
Okay. So I totally put people above money.
Yes. Well, here's the problem for you then. And I get this personally. If you think that way, and I did too, then you will shame yourself for making money so important, which then convolutes your relationship with money, which then makes your money behave erratically, because on one hand, it's the only thing you can trust. And then on the other hand, it shouldn't be like that in your mind.
Yeah. Yeah. And is that why, like, I've never really been able to make a lot of money, or I haven't chosen paths that I've not been able to make money? That's some kind of sabotaging myself, essentially.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's a couple of things going on here. One is because you haven't embraced it, you can't make good decisions.
Okay.
About money, like not that I'm not saying investment aren't good decisions. I'm talking about having the feel that you have to invest to feel safe. That's not a good investment decision.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Investments should be as in when you have a good relationship with money and you both know where each other belong in each other's lives, then what will happen is that you will make the investment decisions that give you the most joy, not the ones that give you the most freedom, because you're afraid that you don't have freedom.
Yeah. So it's like with tenants, I spend money to make them happy versus
for a good investment decision? Because I've
Well,
seen myself do that.
So it's actually good to keep your tenants happy because they do bring you income.
Yeah.
There might be a part of you that's feeling resentful that your tenants have access to this beloved relationship that you have and you don't have any control over it.
Yeah, I don't feel like I have control over it.
Yeah. So you feel like now your dad's going out there, preferring other children.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's like now you're in competition with your tenants.
Yeah.
And when you do have a good relationship with money, you're not in competition with your tenants. You understand that money has to go out there and do its thing for them so that it can come back to you.
So you just said that it's like your dad is out there preferring other children. So I feel like yeah, that's interesting because it's like I still couldn't get my dad's love.
Yeah. Yeah, the way you need it. So then because of that, you're projecting onto money the love you didn't get from your father, and you feel like money at some level is also betraying you when it's not coming to you. So when you don't have an abundance of it, it feels like a betrayal of your father's. And that's why you freak out. And there's nothing wrong with any of that. The good thing about money, though, is that it won't behave in erratic and unpredictable ways that are there to damage you.
What do you mean by that?
When, like, let's just say that we only chose to take the positive masculine traits of money and focus on those.
Okay.
Money on that basis, then money would not be deliberately playing games with you.
Okay.
And I think that that's something that's a wound that needs to be healed, and that can be healed with money. Because money doesn't have an agenda.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like every time something happens where I feel uncomfortable with money, I start getting feeling unloved by my dad.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm getting it so instead of that's interesting because I don't really get that from my dad. I don't.
No, because you don't trust your dad.
Yeah. Okay.
It's only because you trust money that you're getting it from money.
Yeah. Okay. So how do I go about changing my mindset with this?
It's not so much about changing your mindset or fixing a problem. It's more like embracing the fact, the first step is embracing the fact that money doesn't actually have an agenda to try and hurt you.
Okay.
That's the very first thing.
Okay.
The second space of that is step number one is embracing the fact that money doesn't have an agenda to hurt you. Step number two is really truly learn to adopt money as a family member. Like, let go of people should be more important than money. Because right now, on a short term, because right now it doesn't serve you.
What do you mean by it doesn't serve you?
Right now it doesn't serve you because you need to find your sea legs. You need to heal a couple of wounds before you're able to move on to people.
Okay.
The problem with people shooting to be more important than money for you right now is that if you keep doing that, because you can't trust any of them.
Yeah.
So collectively, you have a collective projection that people are not trustworthy.
Yeah.
So why would we try and fix that when you have a trustworthy entity in your life, which is money? Why wouldn't we embrace that first and then start picking out specific people that you can trust, and then work it out from there?
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
You said,
I'm just gonna put that down there as a step 3, but please please focus on step 1 right now.
Okay? Yeah, I'm not going to do step 3. I don't want to fail.
Okay.
Intentionally.
Yeah. Sorry, what were we gonna say?
Like, what do you mean treat money as a family member? Like, how do you define, like, what's a family member to you?
Family member to me is a person or an entity. It can be an animal that is in a reciprocal relationship with you because they want to be with you, not because they think they should.
So money wants to be in my life.
Mm-hmm. For you. Money wants to be in your life for you, not for any other reason, for you.
Okay.
And that's why it's so important that we embrace him or her or them as a member of family, because they want to be with you for you.
Okay.
How does it feel that something or somebody wants to be in your life for you?
It feels exciting.
Mm-hmm.
and like really nice, but it also feels kind of weird.
Yeah, it's an unfamiliar feeling.
Yeah. Like when you said that, I was like, this is kind of new for me.
And when you were reading my post about, please know that if I'm, caring for you when I'm having a hard time, that it means that, I care about you.
Mm-hmm.
How did that make you feel?
That made me feel very grateful.
I love working with you.
Yeah, thank you for saying that.
And it's not just work. Like, I don't do any of this work because it's just work. It means something if I'm working with you. It means a lot to me. And I know that, you also get value out of it.
Yeah, I get a lot of value out of it.
So these are kind of new feelings that kind of go into the personal thing, goes kind of into the step 3, identify individual people that you can at least begin to trust or think about trusting. But in the meantime, you're still getting reflections from the outside world that show you that you are in fact important without any books, so to speak, without an agenda. So if you can see that, so for example, you saw it with the post, it made you feel cared for, maybe a little bit confused. That's fine. That's kind of some of the steps that are coming in the future and for right now. So you might still observe those things, and that's fantastic. But for right now, embracing that the fact that money doesn't have an agenda to hurt you and money is there to be with you is, give me some feeling around that. How does it make you feel if we think that money is there for you as a person?
Makes me feel relaxed.
Isn't that fantastic? Are you getting like a deep sense of relaxation that maybe you haven't had in the past?
I think I'm too emotional to notice that right now.
Okay. Does it make your body feel really heavy but relaxed?
Like I can feel it in my heart.
Your heart is untangling.
Yeah.
There's unconditional love from money for you.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you embrace money if that's what's happening with it, if it's offering you that thing that you maybe didn't feel with your father growing up? How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling pretty good right now. I feel like I've hit the well of the issue, the bottom of the well. So this is nice.
But the beauty of it is you hit the bottom. Now you can wash yourself in it. Now you can embrace the water. You know where the bottom is.
Yeah, because I felt like I've been trying to get my money shit better for so long, and it's just like wasn't working, and which makes me feel so fucking helpless.
Of course, it's not technical. It makes you feel hopeless because you didn't realize that it's not technical. There's no way you could have realized it.
Yeah, and it's like so many people are like, I just read this book and I did this stuff and it worked so much better for me. It's like so many people are like, yeah, this is great. And I'm just like,
It's great on the surface and they'll do it for like 2 weeks and then they forget all about it. Don't worry about it too much. you know, that that's another thing I see, because so many people actually do have neuroses around money that it would be surprising if that was it, you know.
So
yeah, shall we continue next week?
yeah.